Hello, everyone, and thank you. Thank you for watching my premiere. I appreciate you, each and one of you guys. Today, yes, Sunday, 10 o'clock already, right? Exactly on point. Look at that. I'm finally on point. Yes, talking with Ed on the hot seat tonight. One special guest. You guys know it. Everybody knows this guy. Of course, they know. First, want to say, Shia, thank you for showing this hangout. Thank you very much. Uh, Faye's on the corner there. Scotty B's around the corner too. I already sent the link to the special guest tonight. Everybody knows it's in the caption. Zeekman today. Yes, Zeekman, the one and only. The Zeke is coming to the hot seat. And like I said, I've been holding myself because I've been interviewing females, stuff like that, but Zeekman is here. Zeekman is in the state, and he's in one of my hometown. So I was born and raised up in Connecticut, and he's in there. So we got a bunch of stuff to ask him, and a bunch of stuff. And then we gotta know who is Zeekman? Who's that that guy around walking around Mexico and New York and doing all those eating videos and brewery videos. My kind of videos. Yes, I like the brewery videos. Lynn, thank you for coming. But yes, guys, we have a special guest tonight. Well, we had a bunch of guys. Darren Dobson, thank you. Oh, it's that happy Thanksgiving in Canada already? You guys celebrate too early. It's too early. It's October. Thank you. Appreciate it. So hopefully Zeekman comes in. I already sent him the link, special chat. Hey, Peter Sabat, thank you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Yes. Well, we have just waiting for him to come in and start the little uh interview in digging. Who's that guy? Sammy PH. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So yes, guys, waiting for Mr. Zeekman to come in and you check him out. I already sent him the link. So yeah, but yeah, most of it I would say is October. It's breast cancer awareness month. So I want to say so my mom is a breast cancer survivor. Debbie, the wife of my friend Carlos. Oh, he's in there. I bring him there. My friend Carlos from Sarasquasi. Debbie, she's a breast cancer survivor too. Got a couple more friends that are breast cancer survivors. This is your month. Thank you very much. You are being a warrior because having cancer is no joke. So thanks to my mom, a two time survivor of breast cancer, and Carlos' wife Debbie is a breast cancer survivor too. So special thanks to all these brave women that had this badly cancer. So they beat it up. So I'm happy for them. So right now, further ado, here's the man of the hour. Who's that? Look at that, Mister.
What's up?
How you doing? Look at
What
that.
up, Ed?
He's a man, the myth, huh? Everybody, yeah. Everybody
That's a good
says,
way to
"Who's
put it.
it?" How's things going down in New Haven?
Things are good.
Good.
Yeah, I mean,
Good. It's getting cold.
as you know, the weather, the temperature is starting to drop.
Mm-hmm.
The leaves are starting to change.
Don't miss it.
Yeah, and before you know it, the big
Yeah.
S word is gonna start to
Yeah,
happen.
I want to hear. Yeah, I know. I've been dealing too much with that S word. My joints are not that good no more.
And you can't say it until it happens because
Yes.
then you say, "Oh,
Um,
you're the guy that started it,"
yep, you did. So he hasn't said it, guys. He hasn't said it yet. So it's like every day we are on race day. We don't mention the R word.
Don't
I
Oh, no,
mentioned the
no, no,
whole. I
no.
don't mention the R word, but this week in Talladega, oh my lord, it got canceled for Monday because the Sunday race got rained out, and
Oh man.
it was on Sunday. On Monday, like, oh no, why we have to stay another extra day? I had to stay until Thursday. I was supposed to come home Wednesday, but nope, one extra
And
day.
you've done all the work to get ready for Sunday.
Yeah, we
So
got ready for
then,
Sunday, and then nope. Right now, it was raining all day. It was I think it was like some I think Alabama had floodings too, so it had a bunch of floodings
Wow.
around. So they canceled it. The Saturday race was canceled, only 9 laps to go, and they canceled the 9 laps. So they called it like, come out. So that's not bad. But
Yeah.
the Sunday race, I knew it would start early morning. Wake up, rain, didn't stop at all. So
Done.
they had to. Yeah, I say it. See you Monday. Like, God damn. Bye. So
So what do you do like when they cancel a race like that? You kind of just hang around, or
yeah, no, we have to hang on until the commentator says, ladies and gentlemen, we have called the race until for tomorrow morning, and yeah, and everybody goes home. Everybody start booing and pissed off, but we can't do it. The car can't
yeah,
race
yeah.
on the rain. I mean, it's you think about 200 miles an hour. Oh, they slid. No, it's
Forget
bad.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So they cancel. They have all these big trucks drying the track, but it keeps raining, so you can't do it. So
Right.
they
Yeah.
go home, and we have to wait till everybody goes out home, and then they were saying they wait until the last minute to call it because the race is out about 3. No, they call it to about 6 o'clock. Come on, guys, you know it's gonna rain all day. Just cancel,
Right.
just cancel it early so we can go home early, prepare come next morning, and do
Yeah.
everything again. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
nope, they all want the money. People eating and drinking. That's what they
Of
want.
course. Sure.
You know, you know how it is.
That's your job.
Yeah, exactly. Say, hey, keep eating. I don't care. But the thing is, they keep eating. For Monday, we don't have no food
Yeah.
because
Right.
because
Sure.
they, I mean, Cisco's not gonna come super early in the morning to deliver. I mean, I mean, that's true. That the races at noon, if they come bring food, we have to like come super early, start packing all the concessions and everything. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Wow.
All right, let's start the first question here.
All right.
Oh,
Let's do it.
I'm gonna start slowly, and then we'll go up there. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Fair
who is
game.
Zick?
You know.
Who is Zeekman? Who is that character?
Well, let's see. Where can I start? My name is Dan Zeke. First name is Dan. I think a lot of people already know that by now. But I do live in Connecticut. Born and raised here. Lived here my whole life, except for 1 year, Ed. And that 1 year, I lived in Port Orange, Florida.
Oh wow, there you go. You're right
Yeah,
next door.
yeah, yeah. Right down the street.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Wow.
yeah, I was born in Milford, Connecticut. I've done a couple videos actually on my hometown. And believe it or not, my whole entire family is from Milford.
Oh wow.
Parents, grandparents, great grandparents, all born and raised in Milford, Connecticut. So I'm a true Milford boy, which is what we pride ourselves in around here. Born and raised here. Went to college in New Haven, Southern Connecticut State University. Have a undergrad in human performance. So that kind of led into a couple different careers that I've had. From there, I was coaching swimming for a good part of my life,
Nice.
about 20 years, using that human performance degree. At one point through that period of time, I said, oh, well, maybe I can make this a career. Applied for a few coaching jobs throughout the country, but it was like one of those situations where in coaching, you had to take 10 steps back to go 30 steps forward.
Yeah.
And, at that time, I didn't realize I was like, I didn't want to do it. So I went to nursing school. So
Nice.
I decided at that point, become a nurse. I worked at Yale New Haven Hospital in the operating room for a good almost 10 years.
Wow.
So I did that, and then I went to an additional school. It was called the Meridian School of First Assisting. And so I actually was able to, at that point, scrub in and help, literally would be the surgeon and myself. And I did that with cardiac surgery for a good 4 or 5 years. Got a little tired of that. Being in those situations really weighs on you. And throughout this whole entire career, craft beer was always in the background. Always tried craft beer, always liked, different hoppy beers or dark beers or whatever. A lot of my friends are in the industry, and they decide, I would help them out literally all the time. So a huge craft brewery opened here in Connecticut called Two Roads Brewing Company. It was a large scale production brewery. I was working there part-time while I was working at the hospital. And the owner said, hey, Dan, do you ever think about getting into sales? You know people in the industry, beer. And I said, no, I never thought of it, Well, I sat down with them and we talked about like, the future of the company, where they saw it going. They obviously they have big goals for the company to
Uh-huh.
be, a nationwide brand. And I said, something, I thought about it and I said, something, F it. I'm
Yeah.
doing it. So I quit the hospital and I went and I started working for Two Roads about 8.5 years ago. And now I'm in charge of the whole entire Northeast for
Nice.
key accounts. So we have like
Uh-huh.
volume drivers for the company, and that's what
Oh,
I
okay.
manage now. So yeah, so it's been quite a ride. It's been a lot of different, I've just had a lot of different things in my life, and I've always traveled throughout all of this too. So that's kind of where YouTube kind of starts to come in. So
Yeah, and trust me, me and my brother, because well, I have a bunch of, I call them brothers. They are in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, and we are beer drinkers. Trust me, we go to
yeah, oh yeah,
every single brewery in Connecticut we've been to. We've been to Two Roads a lot of times, and then we've been, I mean, every single one in Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York.
yeah,
We've been to all of them, and we always go to a beer fest every year
yeah.
in New
They drink a
Jersey.
lot of beer in Stafford Springs.
Yeah, yeah, yes, they do. They have a bunch of breweries down there too. So I was like, wow. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
okay. And then they have one. They opened one, I think, now in the border of Connecticut and Munson area. I forgot what was Treehouse.
Treehouse.
Treehouse,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
Treehouse, and it's good beer. And there's lines every time. Oh my god!
yeah,
And they're
yeah,
expensive little beer, but there's lines every single time. You have to call them. Are you going to open? Are you have this beer? No, we have it. So we go quickly before it runs out. Yeah,
yeah,
because it's
yeah,
us. Like man, like. But yeah, I mean, beers. Yeah, beers is my thing. I don't do hard liquor. I don't do that no more. I quit
yeah,
10 years
yeah.
ago. I said nope, mine's beer, and I'm sticking with it.
Good choice.
So that's good. So you've been all your life in New Haven. I studied 2 years in University of New Haven in
Oh,
'92.
awesome.
92.
Oh,
When it was kind of rough that year. New Haven was a little bit rough in the '90s.
yeah, it's definitely cleaned up a lot around here
Yes, it
since
does.
then.
When I went there, I was like, wow, this is all cleaned up. Look, New Haven looks better now.
Yeah, you should see that area now, Ed, where
Mhm.
UNH is. They put a
Yeah.
lot of money into that area.
Wow.
It actually looks like a university now.
Somebody's saying a question here. What makes you change your mind for stopping being a nurse or
It's a
working in the
good
hospital?
question. I could answer that one of two ways. I could answer it the easy way or the long way. I'll give you a little bit of history. In my life, I've always felt, and this gets into the question eventually. I've always felt in my life that I always had to give back to the people that gave to me. Growing up, when I was a kid, say like 13, 14, 15 years old, freshman in high school, um, my mother was very sick with cancer. And I played soccer in high school, and I also was a swimmer. So when I started swimming, my coach at the time was very in tune to what was going on in my life at that point. And I decided, she passed away when I was 15. I graduated high school, went to college, and I decided that's how I kind of decided to get into coaching swimming. To give back to the sport that helped me. I was hoping that I would have that opportunity to have that influence on someone else in their life. So it was kind of, when I started coaching swimming, it was kind of like an homage to my
Uh,
coach, to give back to him, to give back to the sport that gave to me.
uh-huh.
In the same respect, when I decided that I wanted to have a career change from swimming into, the healthcare field, thinking about like how my mother was very sick and my grandmother had passed away and things like that, I thought the best way to give back to them was to get into healthcare. So that's kind of how I started to get into being a nurse. My ultimate goal was to do exactly what I ended up doing, was to help people in the cardiothoracic area,
Uh-huh.
because my mom had died of lung cancer and my
Oh
grandmother
wow.
had it like an aneurysm. So I was like, my ultimate goal was to get into healthcare, to get into the cardiothoracic unit at Yale New Haven, to give back and help people survive what, say my mom and my grandmother at that point had died from. So I did that for a while. And honestly, when the opportunity to work at Two Roads came. Um, it was the first time in my life, as far as working, that I had an opportunity to do something for myself. I really, really, really love craft beer. I've been to, I don't know, 50 or 60 breweries between Germany, the Czech Republic, all the way up through Amsterdam and Belgium. I've been to probably 200 or 300 breweries in the United States. I just absolutely love brewing and the science behind it. And it was the first time in my career or in my life that I had the opportunity to take a job that I was going to
You
enjoy
like,
for
yeah.
me. And that's kind of that was like a big reason why I decided to leave healthcare. But it was also an opportunity to get in at a ground level of a large company. But that's kind of the long story behind why I decided to leave healthcare into craft beer. It was something that I wanted to do for myself.
No, that's good. And for now, you become my best friend now in beer. I mean, I
Anytime
love
you want
beer.
anything, let me know. I can send it down your way.
I definitely love beer, trust me. And his Zeekman shorts that he had the you had a video a couple earlier today or yesterday.
I don't
It
know.
was
I don't.
a short. It
I
is. So,
lose. I lose track of what I'm doing
I
these
know. I
days.
mean, it's so much videos. The more video, I'm like, which one I did this? Okay, here's his link, guys, so you can say, New York's there in the house. Hong Kong said, "Can you teach how to swim?"
Yeah, of course.
So did you you're a swimmer? So did you compete at your university level?
So that was like the one biggest regret that I actually have the only regret I have in my life was that I didn't compete in college. There was just too much going on in my life at that point, between my mother passing away and living with my dad and like all this other stuff, that at that point I decided that it was something I didn't want to do. But as far as my coaching career, I was very successful. I coached many teams. I've won 4 or 5 Connecticut state titles.
Right.
I've been to Olympic trials 3 times with athletes. I actually coached one kid, this guy Ben, to the third fastest time in the world in the
Oh,
100-meter butterfly in 2004.
wow.
So coaching was amazing. It was
That's
an amazing part of my life. I actually still consider myself a coach, to tell you the truth.
We never like. I mean, I've been doing martial art for 45 years, and I've been competed internationally and everywhere, and I still have the school, and I consider my now I'm retired, but I judge now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
supposed to be in the Olympics last year, but of course COVID-19 had it, and this year, so they only pick up the ones in Europe. So, but I'm certified as a Olympic coach for the martial
That's
arts.
awesome.
Hopefully next year, I can go to Colorado and and just be in the team of coaching. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good. I
yeah.
mean, it's a good thing that it's something that you enjoy teaching your kids and teaching and coaching. I mean, it's a nice. I mean, it's very nice. I mean,
It's
I
really
love it.
amazing.
Yeah,
Like when a lot of and I can talk to you all day long about the fastest kids that I coached.
nice.
And a lot of coaches like to talk about that, but for me, it wasn't about them because they were naturally talented. They had the
Mm,
ability to do, but it was the people that were underneath them that
mm,
you could coach and develop that really were the
yeah.
ones that were special. I mean, there's this one kid to this day. His parents had come up to me. He was in 8th grade. He never swam before.
Wow.
His name is Paul Morris. Never forget it. And they're like, "Hey, our son wants to swim next year." And I was like, "No problem." They're like, "I go, has he ever swam before?" No. And they go, and he's autistic. And I was like,
Wow.
"No problem. Bring him on." It was a very challenging thing. We brought him in. I would stay after practice to coach him, to kind of start to slowly integrate him into the team. He wasn't speaking. He would listen, but anyway, long story short, he swam all 4 years of his high school career,
Nice.
able to get integrated into the team.
Mm,
The guys on the team absolutely loved him. Like genuinely loved that kid.
Yeah.
And now he does like national speeches, and and
Nice.
I have a and he came in and he didn't even speak at all, but through swimming, through teamwork, through coaching, you were able to develop someone.
Uh-huh.
And now, and I still talk to his parents to this day, and they're like, you were the best. And but it was about developing him as a team into the team, and that's honestly my most like beyond anyone going to the Olympic trials or anything like that. That's like the most favorite story in the world,
All right. No, that's good. And then, but but you still did it working in the hospital, right? You still swim
Yeah.
or
Oh
okay?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It was a
so
lot of work.
so after you left the hospital and you went to the brewing company, did you
Mhm.
started selling quickly or it was a process?
As far as working at the brewery,
Yeah.
it was pretty whirlwind. I mean, I drove out of the hospital, and then pretty much the next day I started working at the brewery.
Nice.
Yeah,
They give you,
yeah,
wow, it's amazing. So you're in charge of the Northeast?
yeah, yeah. So Connecticut, Mass, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine.
Oh wow. So how's that consume your time?
Well, it takes a lot of work
Uh,
between everything. I mean, basically, I usually get up around, I don't know, say like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. By 8:30, I'm at the computer checking all my YouTube analytics first, of course, and then at around 9 o'clock is when I start working on all my Two Roads brewery stuff. Usually 5:30 or 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm done with that, and then I eat, and then I'm on YouTube the rest of the night. So that's kind of how I balance the two things,
nice. No,
But as you know, when you're traveling, I travel a lot, but when I do travel, YouTube takes a little bit of a back seat because you just don't have
yeah.
you can't look at it,
So
But
that's my next question. Why? What brought you to YouTube, and why?
yeah, that's a good question. Well, I've always been on YouTube. I created an account in 2007, and it was just a channel I used. It was YouTube was my Google, I used YouTube a long time. Just how do I tie a double Windsor knot tie? You know what I mean? And how do you do this? So I used YouTube for a long time just for that, for like information. And then I started watching sailing videos, like people
Mhm.
who were out in the ocean, and they lived on their boat and they sailed around the world. And that fascinated me. I was like, how could you do that? And I remember the first full like series of videos, and they're still going now, was sailing with Delos or Delos sailing or something like that.
Oh,
And I would watch them and I wouldn't miss an episode. And then that went into another sailing video. And then of course, I love food. I love traveling. I mean, I've been, to 12 countries at this point. But
right.
so I started watching so a lot of food videos. Mark Wiens was one that he's still going. He has like 3 million subscribers now.
Wow.
But I started watching his food videos, and I was like, oh man, that's so cool. He's making videos, getting paid to eat.
I know,
And
right?
I was like, that's pretty awesome. And then between him, then I started watching Harold Balder, who does a lot of travel adventure type stuff.
Border, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then Bald and Bankrupt. I started watching all his stuff. And these guys they're obviously all very popular. Um, but that's kind of like how it started. Is I just started out using YouTube as like a just like a regular like
Mhm.
Google tool, and then once last year hit with being locked down and everything, it got a little more intense because now I have a lot of
Yeah,
time. So now I'm
yeah.
on YouTube all the time. At that point, I'm friends with She's Adventure. I was friends with her
That's
before I
eventually.
even was on YouTube, and we were chatting one day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. And she's like, do it, do it, do
There you
it.
go.
And then my friend Jason Rupp, who's in a lot of my videos lately, he has a pretty big channel. He actually just hit 500,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Um, I was talking to him, and he's like, "Do it, do it, do it." And I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know," because I'm not. I at that point, I wasn't the type of person, like, for me to do something like this was
Mhm.
like out of the question. Pictures, videos, nothing. Like, if I was to show you all my travel videos through Europe, or pictures through Europe, I'm not in them. You know. So
Just like
that
me.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like a big adjustment. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I have this idea of starting a YouTube channel, and it was always going to be food and travel, but I don't like to tape myself. I don't even like pictures. So what am I going to do? So I had a deal. Jason was like, just make 10 videos. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just make 10 videos. And then I think I'm up to 180 videos
See,
now.
I know it's like that. If like I started doing videos, I travel a lot to Germany, Belgium, Japan, China, but I never
Yeah,
thought about YouTube. I never thought
I
in my mind.
know.
I just take pictures, and I wasn't in it either. I just take pictures. Oh, look at the museums and stuff like that, and stuff.
Ed,
But I
same
never
thing here,
pictures.
man.
Never. Then I said, wait a second. Then I started doing talking with Ed on Facebook. I didn't know nothing about YouTube either, so I just watched YouTube videos about it. But
Yeah,
I didn't know you can make videos and people watching my. I said, okay,
me
so
neither.
I just started talking with Ed on Facebook Live, here and there on a couple of 5-6 minute videos. And then
Yeah.
somebody told me, go to YouTube, then do that. I was okay. So 2 years later, I'm here and I have 200 something videos already. I think, okay,
Yeah,
so it's fun. So let's
it
let's
is
see
fun.
who's
It's a lot of fun.
Let's see who's in here. Scotty B, thank you for he just dropped your YouTube
Oh,
link, so it's good.
awesome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Scotty.
Scott.
Brother Sean says hello,
Hey,
Zeekman.
Sean Williams. Yeah. Hey, what's
Lily
up?
Drums there. Julie Best Blog. Adventure Visor Channel is there. Let
Hello,
me see what
hello,
else.
hello.
Let's see. Oh, Sean Williams, Peanut Habits there. Thank you, Peanuts. He says
Venus
here.
Habit.
Yes, yeah. She had Adventure. She's there. Hong Kong Explorer.
She.
Brett, thank you for coming. Sister Deborah, Hong Kong Explorer. Hey, you've got a bunch of people in there. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming.
Nice.
So Zeke, man. So now all the stuff that you in love, or what's going on with you? Kids, no kids, single, married, divorced, widow, looking
Single.
for something.
Always looking.
Yeah.
Single. Never married. No kids. I've had a few serious relationships, I guess you could say. A couple where I was like, I think I'm gonna propose type of situation. But they just honestly didn't work out. And then after a heartbreak, you think you start to reevaluate and you say, hey,
Yeah.
is this something that I really want to do? And at that point, I made it pretty much. I had dated a girl for about 5.5 years. I lived with her for 3 of those 5.5 years. Um, well, she ended up being an alcoholic,
Ooh,
and it was a big time, very abusive relationship on her part towards me.
okay.
And through trying to get her help, and I was working at the hospital at the time. And for me to open up like this is kind of this is hard. But I told you I'd
Thank you.
answer
Thank you.
any que- I told you I'd answer any question.
Uh,
So it was a tough situation with her, because of course you love someone and you care deeply about them and you want everything and you want to do everything in your power to help them,
oh, trust me.
and which
I've
I
been there. I
did.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did. I mean, I was at the hospital. I had gotten her a counselor. I had gotten her a substance abuse counselor and a psychologist. I got her everything she needed, and she blew the appointments off that I had gotten through my colleagues. And I said, something, at that point, and this,
Yeah.
I was ready to propose to her and everything. And but at that point, when I realized like she didn't want to help herself,
Yeah.
and at that point there was nothing I could do. And I had talked to her parents about her situation and our situation, and so that was about 9 years ago, where that kind of fell apart. And at that point I said, something, I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm just going to have fun, and I'm just going to do what I want. And if someone does come
If it
around,
comes, it comes. Yeah, exactly.
I would love to entertain that opportunity, you know. But at this point, you know, trying to travel and work and, you know,
Mhm.
try to develop these things. I do go on some dates. I do meet some people. But, you know, as far as like a very deep developed relationship,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really looking for that right now.
Yeah, trust me.
Um,
I've been in your shoes. I know if the person don't want help, she can't. You can't. You know, you try to do everything, but if they don't actually move and do them themselves, you know, it's not.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, I have that compassion about people in me, and
Mhm.
you know, I did everything I possibly could
Yeah.
to help her, literally. I mean, to the point where, you know, I mean, I would sometimes when I would come home, I'd be like, "Oh God, who am I getting today? Am I getting the nice one or the bad
Yeah.
one?" You know?
Yeah. I know.
And
Yeah.
I you know, and that was tough because, you know, we had a great relationship, you know, because when she was sober, she was the best girl in the world,
Mhm.
the best girl in the world. Fun, smart. We could have great conversations. You know, we could have a beer together. You
Yeah.
know, but you know, just she behind the scenes, like when I was at work or whatever, she just
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
much. And
Yeah.
so yeah, so I mean, that was tough. I had another relationship when I was a lot younger. When I say younger, say like 20 years old, younger. That lasted 6 years.
Wow.
But that was, yeah, that was through college, and she's awesome, great girl, same thing. But she went through college, and when she was in school, like, you know, for me, I was like ready. You know, I'm young,
Mm.
first
Yeah.
big love. She's amazing. I was ready to go. Um, and she was the other way. She was like, "You're awesome, you're great, but I'm in school and I want to go the
Yeah.
other way." You know. So, you know, I mean, those are like the two biggest relationships I had. You know, they're both about 6 years in the running, but you know, that's how it is. You know, now just see what happens.
All right, and now enjoy your life. You know, you're young. I mean, probably
Yeah,
younger than me. You're in the 30s,
48.
almost 40. Oh, but you're my age. Look at that. You're
Yeah,
my age. Say yeah, same age. Okay, okay, we good. But it's a good thing that you enjoying life right now. You're doing a lot.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
working on something that you really wanted to be a long time ago. You know, and your passion. You know, you
yeah.
enjoying. Yeah, right now you just enjoy. If it like I say, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, you're still enjoying yourself.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's like to see how, you know, things kind of come around. Like I remember coming home from like school and when I was a kid and like I saw my mom. My mom loved food. Loved food. She was an amazing cook. And, you know, I didn't ever really thought, you know, I would come home, I'd watch these, you know, Food Network shows with her
Yeah.
or whatever. And, you know, I would always and I didn't realize like how much it was like in me, you know, until I started like actually traveling and you know, I went to
Yeah.
Italy for a couple weeks. That was like her dream trip, and that was like the first solo trip I did on my own. Was I went to Italy, and it was for her. And I went to spots that she said she had always wanted to go to.
Mhm.
And I remember that it was like, you know, I just love food. Where did I learn? Where did I love food from? And then I kind of went back, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's coming home, you know. And the same
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
like I remember coming home watching the Yankees with her, and she was a huge Yankee fan, and that's kind of where that came in. You know, I was like, oh, now I'm a huge Yankee fan. But yeah,
Yeah, Miss Garcia said, "Amigo, I'm almost your age." No, Faye, you gonna be 38. He's 48. You got 10 years
10
to go
years. What's up?
to wait. Come on, you're still young. Man, our bones are hurting soon. So we
Yeah,
50
yeah.
and we can't probably walk too much.
Oh man, getting up sometimes
Oh, I
hurts.
know. So, I mean, like, oh my God! It's like, especially you. You're on there in the cold. The cold would I mean, in the nighttime, in the morning when you wake up, it's freezing. You get hard to wake up. I can't even
Oh,
wake
it's
up like
awful.
that. So what's your you travel and you like food? What's your favorite place to eat in the country? Not U.S. but in the country, other countries.
Um, I mean, Italy is obviously its own world, but so far out of anywhere that I've gone, best place to eat. I liked eating in Amsterdam, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Um, it's just different because they have a lot of different cuisines in Amsterdam. Like I didn't
Uh-huh.
realize how much Indian food was prominent in
Mm.
Amsterdam. And you go to these restaurants and you're like, oh, I'm going to eat Indian food in Amsterdam. How good can it be? And it was like
Yeah.
5-star world class dinner,
Nice.
and then the Amsterdam cuisine of fish and just
Mhm.
all kinds of different, they all kinds of different snacks and meats. And it was fun to eat around there. Yeah, it was fun.
So what's your
And of
favorite
course,
favorite?
Italy is amazing.
Oh yeah, I eat anything from there. But
Yeah.
what's your favorite food? Is it favorite food?
My favorite food
Hmm.
to eat overall is lasagna.
Okay, yeah, my mom makes
I
good
love it.
lasagna. Yeah,
Yeah,
lasagna. Yep,
I
yeah.
love it.
Especially when you put a four
Cooked
cheese on it, everything. Oh
perfectly,
my lord.
cheese. Oh my
Yeah.
God, so good.
Uh, thank you, Scotty. He put Zeekman channels there, guys. Make sure you subscribe to him. Yeah, he's on the road for 5,000. Hopefully, he can make it soon. We both into the same boat, Zeekman.
Yeah,
Let's make it. Let's make it there. So you travel on Europe and everything else. South America. I see a couple of videos from Mexico. And, have you been lower than Mexico, or
I
that's your?
haven't, I haven't, but I do have a trip planned for November 18th through the 26th, and I am going to Suriname
Ooh, Suriname,
in
nice.
South America. Yeah,
Okay,
so
never been there. Yeah.
me neither. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I was looking, I always travel in November and usually in March. Those are the two big trips.
Nice.
And so I was looking for November, and I belong to Scott's Cheap Flights, and I get all
Oh,
these
okay.
email updates, and it tells you,
Yeah.
some really good deals.
Hmm.
And I was looking for November. Scotty, are you on
He said
Twitter, Instagram?
yes.
I'm on Instagram, Zeekman73,
Zeekman
um,
73 guys.
on Instagram. So I see this airfare. It was like $330 to Suriname, and
Hmm.
it said, "Oh, it's usually 900. This is a rare
Yeah.
deal, whatever." And I was like, "All right, well, okay, let's see where it is." So I pull it up on Google Maps, and I was like, "Oh, it's in South America. I've never been to South America." And then I started to read about Suriname, and it's a Dutch colony
Oh,
in South America that has Japanese, Chinese, African, and Indonesian influence. And I'm
wow.
like, what?
It's South America, right?
So now I'm thinking this is like YouTube heaven.
Yeah.
It's off the beaten path. Not too many people have been there. There's not too
Mm-mm.
many videos of Suriname
No.
on YouTube. The cuisine there is very authentic and diverse. And I was just like, all right, that's where I'm going. So
That's the next hit, guys. Next hit.
yeah. So round trip airfare with tax and everything was like $370.
Wow, that's cheap.
Yeah, so cheap. And then got an Airbnb like right in the center of town for $20 a night.
Wow. What?
Can't beat it.
Man. No. I mean, the farthest I've been to Argentina,
Oh,
Brazil.
awesome.
If you can go to Argentina, I mean, you love the food there. And if you like
Yeah,
music, like rock and roll, stuff like that, Argentina has one of the, I mean, it's insane. The heavy metal, the rock music is insane.
really.
Yes, it's you can find everywhere, every spot they have bands playing every corner in Argentina and Brazil. You love Brazil. I went there because I want to go to the big party in Brazil, and
Oh,
that's
yeah, yeah.
insane. That's meaning
Carnival.
yeah, it's crazy. I see. It's something that you have to do before you die. It's one thing. Go to carnival, and that's insane.
All
I was
right,
like,
I'll
wow.
do
I was
it.
like, yeah, you do it. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. Especially you're single, you enjoy it more. But it's nice. I mean, and of course they have a bunch of beers there too. So yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. Enjoy that
Cool.
thing a lot. So did you say you live all your life in Connecticut? Anywhere you anywhere that you plan to retire? You Connecticut or anywhere?
No, I'm definitely going to be out of the country. That's for sure.
Hmm.
I would like to move somewhere in Asia. The plan is probably either Thailand or the Philippines, one or the other.
Hmm.
It's not really set in stone yet, but
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be over in that area.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to that part of the world yet. I'm actually planning on going in the spring, and but I have a lot of friends that live in Pattaya, Thailand,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
and I mean, I have probably 20 people I know personally as friends that live there,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Come,
Yeah,
get
I
over
got
here."
I got a friend of mine that he retired a year after me from the military, and he moved to Thailand, and he has a resort and everything out down there. He's just he's
Yeah,
he said come down. I said no. I mean I have me personally. If I move to Asia, I have to be next to a VA hospital. I have to be next to them because I mean I get sick a lot, and I got a bunch of ulcers and going on cancer, so I have to
yeah,
go back and forth to the VA hospital to get sick. But like I told Faye, we moved to Philippines. I have to be probably in Manila and next to the VA hospital there,
sure,
so I can go.
sure,
I
yeah,
love to go to the countryside because I love the countryside. But the thing is, if I get very sick, it's gonna take a day or two to go to get to Manila or somewhere.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I would
yeah,
love to get a condo there, and then then maybe travel back to the island where her mom is and her family, and then yeah. But me personally, I have to live next to a VA hospital no matter where I go. But
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm stuck here in Daytona. I love it. It's a retirement paradise. It's sunny
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
Daytona's great, man.
I love it. It's quiet. The only thing is when bike week and 500. So that is everything's normal, quiet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. My brother, I have a twin brother also. His name is Dave. He actually lives right over near the Speedway. He's still
oh,
down there. Yeah,
tell him if he wants to race. Let me know. Get some tickets to
yeah.
go to the race, but see the race.
Like
I mean,
literally across the street. I mean,
wow.
yeah.
It said,
His
see,
daughter
they,
went. His daughter went to mainland high school.
oh, okay, man,
You
yeah.
know, right there.
Yeah, they say don't you just move to Philippines. Everybody says, okay,
Yeah.
Zeekman's moving to Philippines. Leave him alone.
Actually,
He's
when I
gonna,
lived down there in Port Orange, I went to Spruce Creek High School.
oh, it's basically,
Yeah, I
okay.
went to Spruce Creek.
Uh, so, have you have you never think about coming back down here?
I came back. Oh, like to live?
Yeah,
No, 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 no,
no, you don't like the heat too
no.
much.
I do, but I don't know. I just I need more of a city. You know, I
I
like
say,
being
yeah.
near the city. Yeah, I came very close to moving to Seattle at one point.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had a job offer in Seattle and working in Bellevue, the main hospital in right in Seattle, right downtown. And at that point, I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't do it. It came down to like the lady was calling me like, "Are you going to take this job or what?" And I couldn't do it.
Scotty B has a question. Said, no, Kai, that's too big. Can either of you eat a 72-ounce steak in an hour? No.
No.
I can barely eat a 12-ounce. I'm gonna eat freaking
72 ounces.
72 ounces. What's that? That's a cow.
So
Wow.
that's like the what was that movie with John Candy and he ate the
Oh,
old 96er or something?
yeah, yeah. No,
And he
wow.
eats the whole thing and he leaves like the fat on the side
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
and he's like, "I'm done." And they're like, "You ain't done."
I miss Joe Candy. He was funny. It
Yeah.
was fun. Let me see. Peanut Habit said, best place for foreigners is Subic in Pampanga.
Ah.
Pampanga. So check that out. Never did, and Cebu too. But Cebu is that's the second biggest city from Manila, right? Manila and then Cebu. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
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 Yeah. We were planning to go to Philippines last year, but of course this happened and nope,
Yeah.
everybody got canceled. That's good. So yeah, I'll say so. You're okay. All your life in Connecticut, in New York. What's the base? I know you went to the ladies in New York and you saw them. What's the big
Yeah,
memories
yeah.
you have and and that couple of months that you've been there? What's the biggest place in New York that you would say I would go there anytime?
In New York City.
In New York City, yep.
Um I mean I love Manhattan. I love being in Manhattan. Absolutely love it. If I could afford to live in New York, I would
Yeah,
have been there 10 years ago, you know. I go down almost every weekend.
yeah. You
I,
can
I
catch the
mean, I'm
train right there.
right. It takes an hour and 40 minutes. I'm on the
Yep,
train. I'm right,
yep,
literally 42nd
right
and
there.
Fifth
Yeah,
Avenue in the
yep.
center of the universe. You know, I love going down there. It really is. I mean, it's the best city in the world.
Mhm.
There's just
Everything's in there.
everything,
Yeah.
everything. everything. And it's, once you go down and you get used to it, it's very easy to travel
Mhm.
around. But you want Filipino food, you can get it. You
Yeah,
want
anything.
Vietnamese food, you can get it. You
You can
want
get
like
Puerto Rican
Surinamese
foods,
food,
everything, everything.
you can get it. But I love going down there. It's really an amazing place.
Mhm.
You just can't afford to live there. It's
No,
really
that's what I mean. I have
ridiculous.
a friend there. He's a ex-marine, and he lived there, and he loved it. He'd been there all his life. He was born and raised there, and I said, how you can afford it? He have a good job, but
Yeah.
still, he's still you paying taxes will kill you. Taxes
Oh,
in New York. I mean,
crazy.
I used to live in Philly for 6 years, and I used to travel every weekend to New York. And I mean, I love it to visit, but live there, I just can't. I just
You
can't. I
just
mean,
can't.
it's
Yeah.
no. Food is insane. I can get any food I want. I mean, you go to Hell's Kitchen, you see a bunch of restaurants on there, and I mean, it's just good.
Oh
Food is
yeah.
good. I don't care. Food is good.
Yeah.
Uh, so, the question is, I'm like you say, I'm half Puerto Rican. What,
Okay. Awesome.
what? So you went to Puerto Rico, and I saw the
I did.
videos. I mean, I love the other food, and I've been to other places that you eat. I said, like, what's the best place? The best food, Puerto Rican food that you tried in the island?
Um. So I went to this. I went to this authentic place. It was on the Weiser Street, right in Condado,
Hmm?
in outside of Old San Juan,
Or somewhere? Yep.
and it was the most authentic mofongo that I had
Mhm.
ever. And they, brought out like all these empanadas, and they were
Yeah.
all handmade. Everything there was like handmade. And the waitresses, I was dancing with them in the middle of the restaurant, and they came over and they were eating with me, and it was just like the ultimate. It was called Anna's Cafe on
Anna's Cafe.
Loiza
Okay.
Street
Yeah.
in Condada. And the food though was so fresh and so just like you
Yeah.
could tell it was handmade food. But it was I got a mofongo, and then I got beef a chicken empanada, I believe, and
The most
and a couple of Modelo Negros.
the one that you tried mofongo, it was relleno with something inside or just plain mofongo? Because
Uh,
they have a mofongo when you cut it inside they have shrimp or they have
oh yeah, this was
pork or they have
chick.
everything.
I think
Huh?
this was chicken, I believe.
Chicken. Okay, chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Because
So good.
oh yeah, it's good. I tried it. A video coming soon, guys. That's my next video soon. So I
Nice,
share
and
with
it was like it's like
you.
when you take your first bite and you're like, oh man, this is
Yeah,
really
I
good,
know.
and
Yeah.
then you just can't stop, and you just and then before you
And,
know it, you look down and you're like, oh man, it's gone.
and by the way, if you don't know what mofongo is, plantain, all square, handmade and mush, and they kind of like a little ball like this, and you can eat it by itself, or you can add something inside. You can have shrimp, pork, beef, chicken, whatever you want is inside. They mix it up, so it's all by hand, and it's good. It's super good. Oh, man.
So good.
And did you try the medalla, the Puerto Rican beer?
I did not.
Oh,
No.
shame on you.
I did go. I went down. I went down south a little bit, and I went to a craft brewery down there,
Mhm.
called Ocean Labs Brewing Company,
Okay. Yep.
and they had really good craft beers
Yeah,
there.
the beers in
And
there, I like it.
yeah, and when I went there, the guy, I told him I was from Two Roads and all this other stuff, and he was like, "Oh, I know your head brewer, Phil." I was like, "Yeah." So I was there, and I got everything for free.
Hey, look at you! Look at that.
Yeah.
So, did you have a chance to go to the Bacardi distiller?
Oh no, no,
Bacardi,
no!
yeah.
I couldn't get over there. I couldn't
Okay.
get over there. I tried, but they weren't letting anybody in at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do business with Bacardi.
Hmm.
We actually we have our seasonal beer that's out actually right now. It's a pumpkin ale with vanilla beans and
Oh, nice.
allspice, and we age it in rum barrels, and we get the rum barrels
Wow.
from them. Yeah,
Wow.
so we actually do business with them. So I had Phil, our head brewer, call over there to see if I can get like the tour with them, and they said we would love to, but
Yeah, by the
they weren't
government.
letting
Yeah.
anybody in.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I know how percentage is that beer that you're making? 8, 7,
7%.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I try. I mean, right now I had a couple, but it's just regular salmon and pumpkin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's famous here. But I'm waiting for they only did it last year. But I talked to the brewer in Atlantic City. He says coming back again in October. Is the Hershey chocolate uh uh England.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
come
yeah,
with
yeah.
a Hershey chocolate. They only do it for October. He says it's coming back in October, so
Oh, cool.
I'm still waiting for it in Walmart to get it. It's like I'm gonna get
Yeah,
2 boxes this time because I love that Hershey one. I tried it last year. I said, oh man, I tried. Do you got some here? They had none in Atlantic
yeah,
City, but he said it's coming in October. I said okay.
yeah.
So that's good. So you love you. So you do you own your house or apartment in New Haven?
Oh no, I rent an apartment. I don't own a house. I'm kind of up in the air about purchasing a house right now. I'm
Mm,
ready. I want to, but I'm like, oh my god, like if I travel and
yeah.
now I got to worry about selling it, and like I think ahead too much. But I actually am right. I am like so ready to buy a house right now.
Mm.
So
That's it. Have you been to the? I know you probably did, but there's a in New Haven, the beach. There's a beach. I forgot what number and what name is it, but they have a restaurant right on the. It's in New Haven beach area.
uh,
I
Lenny and
forgot the.
Joe's,
I think
Lenny
it's
and
yeah
Joe's
it
fish sale.
yeah they do like weddings and stuff planned like that. That restaurant in the corner.
Oh yeah, it's in the middle of a neighborhood, right?
Yeah, yes. I love
Yeah,
that
it's still
restaurant so
there.
much. Oh, it's good. I mean, I ate a bunch of food there. It's good. I took Faye there, and she loved the mussels that they make there because all fresh.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
I can't eat mussels. I can't eat that. But she had the mussels there were good. And I
yeah,
used to always go there and when I do my motorcycle ride, New Haven, just stop there and walk the whole beach side there.
yeah.
It's
That's really
nice,
nice over
very
there.
nice. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them there that are closed down. Like a bunch of like bars and stuff like that is just run
Yeah.
down. I don't know why. So by now, what do you think about New Haven? Did they step it up a little bit long because from the '90s to right now, '90 was tough. New Haven
Yeah.
and still a little bit tougher, but
New Haven is New Haven.
mm,
It's kind of hard. I mean, there's still a lot of crime in New
yeah.
Haven. Still a lot of shootings.
Uh-huh.
Between New Haven and Bridgeport, in this area, that's kind of,
Yeah.
if you're anywhere outside of Yale University, you gotta
You
be
gotta be
careful.
careful.
And
Yep.
it really hasn't changed much in that way. They started to fix up State Street,
Mm,
and it's got its vibe,
okay.
but it's not really like where it should be.
Mm,
Like New Haven is one of the best cities in the area. I mean, it's got awesome food. It's got great
yeah.
culture. It's very diverse. Yale does a lot for the town, but
Yeah.
it's definitely better than it was in the '90s. But it's still pretty much the
Because
same.
I remember because me, I'm from Hartford, me, and talking about Hartford in the '80s and '90s. I was raised in Park Street, so Park Street is when all Puerto Ricans and it was bad. We I mean growing up in the '70s and '80s, gangs everywhere.
Yeah,
And let's not talk about Waterbury. That's another town.
ugh.
Another subject because Waterbury is what I mean. That yeah, there you have to be careful there, even when you breathe in
Still to
Waterbury.
this day, you got to be
Yeah,
careful in
that's
Waterbury.
nuts. But New Haven, because New Haven and Hartford are I can say majority are Hispanic people, and especially New
Sure.
Haven,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a lot of Hispanic community in New Haven. Like
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
like New Haven, Connecticut. I mean, Hartford, West Hartford is more a little bit Americanized. Most
Yeah.
high rise because there's money in West Hartford.
Yeah, West Hartford's very, very, very
Nice,
nice now.
yeah. Nice to me. They have a bunch of food now. They have all the plaza out there. They have like
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory. They got the World Beers there too. I like, man, they have something where
Yeah,
West
that
Hartford.
little area is awesome.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
cool
nice.
place.
I love it. So so what do you see yourself? Let's say in 10 years, Zeekman.
Well, my ultimate goal uh with YouTube is to be able to do it full time traveling. Um making food videos, travel videos. That's my ultimate goal, is to be able to do that. So in 10 years, I'm hoping by that point I'm on my way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know where I'll be in 10 years. I could be anywhere in the world. That's kind of like the goal here with YouTube and my videos.
Yeah.
If I was to talk like a normal person, um, I wouldn't. I would still like to be, even, obviously in the same position I'm in right now. I love my life. I love what I'm doing. I love my job. I love the people I'm meeting. YouTube has been awesome, meeting amazing people.
Yeah.
And what I love about YouTube also is that like, we were saying before, anytime we traveled, it was always just pictures, and then
Mm-hmm.
you put them into your computer, and that was it. You never really
That's
had
it.
the
Yeah.
opportunity to share your, and as a single person, I'm saying, you didn't really have a lot of opportunity to like share your experiences with people. And this is I'm being honest here. I'm on the hot seat. When I first traveled to Puerto Rico, and I made the first Puerto Rico videos, and I put it together, and then I was like, okay, first travel videos, which was like a dream for me to do, to be able to share an experience, a travel experience. And the very, very first Puerto Rico video I premiered, as everyone's watching it, I literally had tears in my eyes because I was so happy that I was able to share my experience with
Mm-hmm.
people,
Yeah.
and I love sharing my videos on YouTube, and say, even 10 years from now, I hope I'm still doing it.
Oh yeah.
And that's one thing that, I mean, literally, like, I love sharing my YouTube videos with
Mm-hmm.
people. And
Yeah.
so hopefully in 10 years, I don't know where I'll be. Hopefully, I'll be traveling around. But if not, if I had the same job, if I was doing the same things right now, I would be totally 100% happy with it.
There's a question here that says, if you find a partner in the future, it be an Asian partner, or you stick with a American nice people female.
I gotta say this the right way.
Yeah, yeah, you have a bunch of Asian people here.
It's not even that. I don't want to. I don't
No.
want to come across the wrong way. I've dated American girls. I've dated Asian girls, and by far, no doubt, I would rather date or find an Asian partner.
Mhm.
No doubt.
No, the same. I'm same. I'm
Yeah,
divorced,
yeah.
and yeah, I know.
I mean,
Uh,
there's no question in the world.
yeah,
Um, they're beautiful people overall. They're beautiful people. They're just beautiful. They care about people. They care about their families. They care about
mm,
you. They care about everything.
it's
They're
like a
just
family. Yeah.
you feel. I personally, I mean, just answering the question, I personally feel more comfortable dating Asian women than I do American
Mhm.
women.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can see that.
American women are tough, man.
They're tough. Don't get me wrong. They're okay. I mean, American women. I mean, it's not to put them down or up. It's just
No, yeah,
it's
not at
just
all.
it's like they're a little bit tougher to deal with, and me and they work, yes, but they are tough to deal with. It's tough to talk to them and sit down and they don't just I know. I keep it there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just Asian women are they're just the best. They are just everything about them.
It is. It is. It is. So,
And
so okay.
Asian women could be 48 and they look 28.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's I mean, I looked. I mean, Faye's her birthday's next month, and then yeah, and they still ask for ID. Yesterday we were riding, and they asked. I would sit down in this biker bar there, and she was like, oh, ID for you. Like, what my ID? You never asked my ID. I seen you already. So okay, fine. So
Yeah, yeah,
they asked
yeah,
for ID. She shook her head. She's like, she says 4'10", so he's tiny.
yeah,
All the bikers are just looking like, who's this girl?
yeah,
Tiny little
yeah.
girl. So no, but it's nice. So
Yeah, I was just my last girlfriend that I had was a few years ago. I dated her for a little over a year. She was awesome. She was South Korean, and she was amazing. She was great, but both their parents got sick in
Oh,
Korea, and she had to go home. So that's how that ended. But I loved dating her too. I mean, it was just I mean I had dated a Costa Rican girl, but I dated Yumi, who was South Korean. But I mean, they're just great people. She was
yeah,
amazing. I mean, talk about cooking. Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
holy.
I get pound. I blame Faith for my little belly, and she's always, it's your fault. I had a six pack. Where is it now? It looks like a keg now. So like, well, Scotty put you on a thing here. He said, which Asian country is the prettiest girls? Oh boy.
Mm.
Why, Scotty?
Scotty B.
Uh-oh, yeah.
Uh,
Ooh, that's yeah. So you're gonna get hotter.
I love I love Thai girls. I love Thailand. I love Thai girls. I think they're beautiful. I think Vietnam, which I've never been to, but I think Vietnam, from what I've seen, has really great, beautiful women. But even Filipino women. I look at all the Filipino women. I'm like, they're all beautiful people. Like it's really hard to explain. But honestly, the original plan was to go. Like if I am able to go to Thailand and retire.
Mhm,
Um, One reason was the fact like I like Thai women,
mhm.
and that's why I wanted to go there.
That's good. Now, a little bit question, a little bit there personal, but are you a controlling man or you a free man?
I am the most free person in the world. I
You-
literally I don't get jealous at all. Like I'm just like, listen, we're in this together, and in my opinion, that's the way it's gonna work. Because
Mhm,
and the reason why I say that, and it's not like I like to do the things that I like to do, and I hope that the girl I'm with, the woman I'm with, I hope she likes to do the things that she likes
mhm.
to do. Like we
Yeah.
don't need to be together all the time.
Mhm.
And actually, I don't want to be together all the
All
time.
the time. We are in the house and we need to space each other. So see,
You know?
ladies, he's a free man, so he's not controlling. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want. You have to let him do whatever he wants, and it's a good relationship. You can't
Yeah,
be
but
controlling people.
that did take time to develop. Earlier, when it was in earlier relationships, and I'm talking like when, you can say like now at 48 years old, when you're in your 20s, you're a kid.
Yeah.
But like, you learn and you develop, and obviously your personality develops. And but I've learned a lot, and I said, something, I just want to have someone to hang out with, someone to have fun with, and just
Yep.
chill. Like, if you try to control somebody,
Hmm. Not
it's not
work. Nope.
fun.
Nope.
It's
Not
not
it is
fun.
it. No,
What are you
not.
doing? Where are you going? How come
Yeah.
you do this? Da, 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 da.
Exactly.
Like, no way, man.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
I have this dream, Ed, where, and I've said it a couple times, but I want to go to Thailand. I want to get like a motorbike and have like a nice little place to live, and I
Mhm.
just want to cruise around through Thailand with my Asian honey on the back. That's
Yeah.
that's like the ultimate dream. Making videos and hanging out.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, it's possible. I mean, you have everything in your hands. Like I tell you about, everything is up to your person. If
Yeah,
if they propose to do something, stick with it. And if it falls down, wait, stand up and try over again because
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
give up.
yeah.
Can't give up.
You can't give
Adrian,
up.
thank you for coming. Thank you. Adrian's in the house.
What's
That
up, Adrian?
man, I don't know. Australia is getting tough. It's tougher on this thing going on. So one place that I always want to go and I haven't been, and hopefully I go there before I pass away or die, is New Zealand. I always want to go to New
Uh,
Zealand. I've never been there. Do
yeah,
you like New Zealand? You been there?
I'd like to go there. I haven't. I haven't.
It's the
I
only place
mean,
I heard nothing of no problem or nothing about it. What do New Zealand? Like,
yeah.
where? Like, I never heard
My
nothing bad about New Zealand.
my niece, she went over there for a semester in college, and she came back, and she was like, she's like, it's the most beautiful place,
Mhm.
and the people are just so relaxed and laid back, and there's no
Yeah.
problems, and
Yep.
you know,
They're not even in the news. I don't know. There's nothing going on there. It was a couple of years ago. Was a
That's true.
big
You don't
storm or
hear on the
something.
news.
You don't hear it. I say New Zealand. Everybody said, "Where's that at?" It's somewhere down in Asia. They're there
Yeah.
near Australia somewhere. But yeah, it's a
You
tiny
know,
little
you
country.
never hear anything about New Zealand in the news.
Never, never. I mean, I think I'm moving there. Shoot. It's all green and nice and neat. I mean, you never know. Maybe it's different when we get there, but still, I never heard nothing on the news of it. So,
Yeah.
so you pick Thailand. Pick everything. Yeah, you haven't been there, right? To Thailand.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna go actually this past October,
Mhm,
this month,
mhm.
and obviously I can't even go over there. I mean, you
Oh
can
yeah,
if you
right.
want to quarantine, but
Yeah, no, yeah, right now, no. Yeah, but because I know a bunch of
so
foreigners, they go there, and you want to live down there, everything else. So and it's I think it is a hub too. Hub is from the China. You can go to every single Asian country because it's
oh
easy.
yeah, yeah,
It's a big hub.
absolutely,
It's a hub right there. Go to Japan, China. I mean,
yeah,
everywhere.
and a lot of people don't know this, but like Bangkok healthcare is some of the best in the
Hmm.
world.
Yep.
I mean, I'm so spoiled here being next to Yale. Like, I mean, literally, there's 5 hospitals within a 5-minute drive of where I live that are some of the best
Oh, here.
hospitals in the world. But you go to Thailand and Bangkok. I mean, the healthcare there is it's very amazing,
Yeah, they're like,
and
and
everything's cheap.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, most foreigners, yeah, I mean, they stay there. I mean, I have a bunch of people that live down there,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice city. I went there a couple of years ago, and I went to because I want to practice martial art with the monks and kickboxing. I spent a couple months with them,
Awesome.
and it was one I mean, hardest thing I ever done with the monks because you cannot be where they are, but they have a training camp next to them because monks do their own thing, but they have these specials. It's like it's a special teacher that they can talk to you because some monks won't talk to you. They only talk to
Right.
themselves. But they have these teachers to talk to you and they train you and do. That
Wow.
training monks, the training for monks is insane. I say I can't do it. I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's just crazy. I think, wow, this how these people train. Like, I mean, I've been training for martial art for 45 years, and I mean, it's nice, but to go into the Asia, to the main of Thailand, Japan, China, and their mainland, and that's they don't joke around. Here in America, we practice martial art, but it's so peaceful. There, they
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
hit you with anything they want. And bamboo sticks. I got hit by bamboo sticks left and right.
Oh.
Oh my lord! And that thing hurts. Everybody say, "Oh, bamboo." No, that thing hurts. They hit you with a shinai. It's called shinai. They hit you with down the
Yeah.
legs and everything. That hurts. So I
Yeah.
mean, I
You
would
gotta
not
learn to
fight with those
defend
people.
yourself, man.
Yeah, I like no, thank you. I wouldn't. so so
Wow.
if you had the opportunity to you did sports, you did swimming. Do you have the opportunity now to coach the Olympic team? Will you go?
Yes. In a
I
heartbeat.
mean,
No doubt.
where did they train
Um,
in Colorado?
yeah, they do altitude training in Colorado, and then
Colorado, yeah.
there's a couple of centers of excellence throughout the country
Mhm,
that the Olympians go to. One's in Charlotte, North Carolina.
mhm.
One's at University of Florida, University of Texas, and Cal
Okay,
out in California. Yeah,
good.
but
Yeah, because yeah.
for the most part, a lot of people they'll go out to the Olympic Training Center and do all their
Mhm.
high altitude training out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to Colorado, we were judging all these the guys that came in to train for and I saw the Olympic training. I was, oh, that's the swimming, so it's kind of that's why
Yeah.
they do it over there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's nice.
I was able to I've had the opportunity to go out there 4 or 5 times with athletes, and I got to tell you, like, amazing. I
Hmm.
mean, it's literally the best facilities in the world. You just can't even believe it. They have in one of the pools out there in Colorado, they have underneath the water is like 8 cameras like that surround a
Hmm.
lane, and as they're swimming, the cameras just go up and down, and it
Wow.
catches every single angle of the stroke, throws it into a computer, measures all these measurements that gives you like
Mm.
shows where you're at optimal power and where you're at and how to
Wow.
and you're just sitting there and you're like, What?
How do they measure my strength? How do they measure my... Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Oh, next question is: what do you like? Horror, action, comedy, romance? Uh, what movies do you like?
I love comedies. I like action movies. Romance, not so much.
Yeah.
Funny story. I can't believe I'm going to tell this story. I like to go to the movies. Obviously, I just go by myself, watch a
Yeah.
movie, whatever. And I remember way back when King Kong had been released again with
Oh, the new version.
Jack Black, the newer
Oh
version with
yeah,
Jack
yep.
Black.
I guess that was good though. That was good.
It was a good movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll never forget. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm gonna go see that. I heard it's good, got good reviews. So I go to the movie theater, get popcorn, something to drink. I'm hanging out, I'm watching the movie. And I was pretty into it. It was a good movie. And then like the whole scene with the gorilla and the blonde girl and how he fell in love with her and like all
Yeah.
these people misunderstood the gorilla and like, they thought he was a beast. And all he wanted to do was just love this girl. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
there all this stuff is going through my head, and I started to cry in the movie
Oh boy.
theater by myself.
See, he has
what am I doing?
he has a good heart, ladies. See, he's emotional. And
I
King
was like, what
Kong.
am I doing? I was like, why am I crying at this movie over a gorilla and his girlfriend?
Let's see. What makes you change your nurse again? If you, well, will you have the chance to change back to be a nurse?
No.
Nope.
No, no,
You
no,
said
no,
no.
no,
Like myself, I would never go back to a hospital. I used to work in Baltimore VA hospital. I did it for 4 years. I would never go back.
Yeah. Here,
Nope.
the reason is it's funny because it's like you see on TV all these commercials. Go be a nurse, and all the nurses are working, and they're smiling and they're happy.
No, they're not.
When you work in a hospital and you see what these nurses, they are not like that.
See,
It
Faye, they're not
change.
happy. Oh yeah.
Oh, it changes you as a person. I don't
Yep.
care who you are. You could be the happiest person in the whole entire world. I'm going to tell you, when you're working around people like this all day,
Yep.
every day, it changes you. And that was
Yep.
one thing I did not like about myself is like I became this person that I didn't care about people,
Mhm.
Outside of the hospital, people be like, "Oh, I'm tired and I'm sick." And I'm like, "You don't know what sick is." And
Yep.
it changed my empathy towards people, and I
Mhm.
did not like that about myself. And I had to get out. I had to. Oh my god! And I won't go back because of that.
Mhm. No, it's like no,
Man. Oh
like Faye's a nurse, and if you have a passion for it, if that's your passion, that's I understand that. I mean, like
oh
it's understandable. But the thing is, you go to a hospital, it's a different world.
no.
You're working with doctors and nurses. I mean, I did it in Baltimore for 5 years, and it was, I mean, sorry, it was hell. I mean,
Oh,
some doctors don't even care. They
oh,
don't
they
care
don't
about
care.
money. Oh, here's a pill. Here's a pill. Why are you giving this guy a pill when no, he don't need that. No, he don't. I had so much argument with doctors and nurses.
Oh yeah.
I can't do this. I can't.
It is not fun sometimes.
Hello, CeeLo. CeeLo's here. Hey, thank you for making it.
Silos,
Yeah, see you
what
next,
up?
CeeLo's. Be careful. I'm chasing you, CeeLo's.
But it's funny. Ever since when I left the hospital and I went to work at Two Roads, my family was like, "You're crazy," because I was making
Mm-hmm.
great money,
Yeah.
and you're crazy. I can't believe you're doing that. They actually got really upset with me. But then when I started working at Two Roads and they saw how much happier I was, like 6 months after I started at the brewery, they were the first people that would come to me and they'd be like, "Oh, I saw Two Roads over in Stop and Shop. Oh, I saw Two
Uh,
Roads neon in this store. Oh," and I was like, "Now you
yeah,
get it,"
that's me. Yeah. That's because of me. See, but I'm glad. I'm glad that you found your passion. I mean, some people
Yeah,
still on our age is still looking for what they want to do
yeah,
on their
yeah.
age. I mean, and yeah.
I absolutely, I love working in the beer industry. I love it. It's awesome. Besides having free beer, it's a
Oh
cool
yes, yeah,
environment.
exactly.
It just everyone's just laid back. Pretty cool people.
Hey guys, there's a Zeekman and right there. You can catch him and then his shorts, all his videos are there. So make sure you subscribe to him, give him the thumbs up. He's been so great answering a bunch of questions that he was afraid to come here. He told me he would never do this, and he actually did it. We're talking.
I wouldn't.
I appreciate it.
I'm pretty. I'm a pretty guarded person, and
Yes, yes, I
I
can tell.
respect
Yes,
you,
yeah.
Ed. I
Thank you.
respect your
Thank you.
channel. I respect, and you know, you've always been honest with everybody, and
Thank you.
that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to be on your channel, and you know, I haven't
Appreciate
even
it.
been on a panel in a while. You know, anybody's panel. But yeah, no, I definitely when I saw you were doing these hot seats, you know, as your friend, I definitely wanted to come up here.
Thank you.
I'm
I
looking. I
appreciate
look
it.
at this as I'm not looking at this as like I'm supporting myself or
No, yeah.
trying to get people to sub to my channel. I wanted to support you and be here
Thank you. Thank you.
for you and your channel. So
I appreciate it much. So we already talked about what we're gonna be in 10 years. Now you love your passion, anything else. So how's Zeke, man? What do you do on your hobbies? What like on your days off? I mean, I know you like to drink beer, but if you
yeah, of
have a day
course.
off, because I we haven't have a day off like in 3 months. But if you have a day off, what do you like to do? Sit down, relax, TV, something.
Yeah. I mean, I like to watch TV. I'm a huge New York Yankee fan, so during the baseball season, I go to as many games as
All right.
possible. I play golf quite a bit,
Oh, okay.
actually. Yeah, I all my friends are into golf, so we, you know, they're all married with kids, so when they go out, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
their time.
Yeah.
So and thankfully lately we've been able to do that a little more. But other than that, you know, I like to go hiking. I like to get outside. I like to be out in
Mhm.
nature. Obviously, I love going to restaurants and trying new foods. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, you know, for the most part, Yankee games and just chilling. You know,
That's good. So what if the question, if you win the $1 million, what the first thing you do?
pay off my debt, which isn't much. I'm
Yeah.
almost at zero. I'm almost at zero,
Good.
believe it or not.
Good.
And then from there, I would figure it out. Obviously, I would still continue to work. Um, I've always had a dream of starting a some sort of a charity. I think I would, if I had that kind of cash, I would be able to start that for kids or you know kids with cancer or something
Mhm.
like that. But I would always love I would always love to start a charity of that would be amazing. At one point when I was working at the hospital, me and this other nurse, her name is Sarah, and we had a huge conversation about you know something like this, and she was like, if we're ever in this position, she goes, you and I, we're going to start a charity together.
Good.
So that would be something I would love to do. And yeah, I'd like to travel a little, and you know, but
Long
yeah,
was in the house.
yeah,
That's good. I mean,
lone wolf.
yeah, it's been there. Thank you. And by the way, people, I was supposed to see him on Atlantic City, but he couldn't. He couldn't make it
Yeah, no, I couldn't
for
get
Beer
down
Fest.
there.
But I mean, but all the friends there were friendly. I talked to them, and they were giving me
Yeah,
a couple of beers, big ones too, free. So
oh
I
yeah.
enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
Well,
So two little.
hopefully we can get together when you come up.
Yeah,
You know,
and November I'll be coming up to see
yeah,
my granddaughter in Massachusetts, but
yeah,
I have to pass by anyways from New Haven,
yeah,
and I have to pick up a bunch of stuff that left still there. I have to come down here, but I will hit you up coming down, and
yeah. That'd be awesome.
it's that weekend of Thanksgiving weekend, so I don't know.
Cool.
And you say your all your family still live in Connecticut, everybody?
Yeah,
Or
Milford and Woodbridge, right
oh,
around here.
Woodbridge. Okay,
Yeah,
Woodbridge, nice. All
yeah, very
countryside.
nice. Oh yeah, all in the country. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Your dad's still alive, right?
He is not. He passed
Oh, okay.
away
Sorry about that.
6 years ago. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He was sick for a long time.
Mm.
Just he had heart problems all
Oh,
forever,
okay.
and
Oh,
yeah, he was 82.
oh, he, no, he lived like.
Yeah,
I wish I
he
could
had a
live
good
that long.
life. Yeah,
Me, I don't know. I see myself. All my bone bones are hurting. I don't know if I can make it to 60. Let's see. That's 10 years ago. Come on.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's almost 11:30. So, Zeekman, I appreciate you very much for
Yeah,
coming
man.
here. I mean, I really do appreciate it. And by the way, he said he contacted me to be on the channel. So, I mean, he said, "Hey, I want to be in your panel." I said, "Hey, man, great, great for you."
Yeah, yeah,
But I appreciate it. I mean, we know a lot of stuff from you. I mean, I appreciate that you open to us here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and anything we can support you, myself, you let me know, and I'm always there. So I can
Awesome.
support
Yeah,
you
that's
everything
cool.
I can. If you come down here, you're most welcome in my house out here. So you're good.
Yeah, I'll be coming down. I got to come down and see my brother at some point.
Mm.
I was down there 2017. I came down, I think, or
Okay.
18. That was the last time I was in Daytona. So I got to get down there. I got to get over there to see him and his
Yeah,
wife. So
that's good. So I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you, Zeke, man. With all my heart. I really
yeah,
do appreciate you. I see you as your brother now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of stuff in common too. So especially we from
yeah,
Connecticut, born and raised in Connecticut. So
yeah, yeah.
he stayed. I left because the cold was killing me.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
I
easy.
can't. No, I trust me. I know. I'm done with that. Well, Zeke, man, thank you very much. Any last comment ones to the people here? Any videos you have coming up next?
Oh yeah. I don't know. Obviously, I have three channels now: Zeekman,
Yes.
Zeekman Shorts, Zeekman
It's
Travels.
we have you right there, and
Um,
people get it.
yeah, it's awesome. Just I decided to split the Zeekman channel into Zeekman being food
Mm,
specific, and then Zeekman Travels being travel and adventure specific. But yeah, I don't know. I'm in for the long haul with that, and I really do appreciate you guys and all of your support. I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I do it for you guys to really enjoy, my adventures as much as I do. But if anyone needs anything from me, Ed, Faye, anyone in the
Thank you.
chat, I'm here for you guys. I'll do my best to support you also. So, but I love you guys. You guys are great, awesome supporters. So we have a great community and
Yeah.
just a lot of great people. And I can't say enough about all of you. It's funny how much you learn about people when
All
you
right.
don't even
We haven't met or
you don't
nothing.
even
No.
know them.
Yep. Yeah.
But no, it's been awesome. YouTube's great. I'm here, and it's just been a lot of fun. And Ed, thanks for having me up tonight. I really
Thank you.
appreciate
You.
it. And
Appreciate.
yeah, that's about it. On to South America in November.
Yes, I'm waiting for that. So let's wait
Yeah,
for that, guys. Because never heard of that. I never been there. I mean, there's no videos about that either way. So
yeah.
it's some good video right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Zeke man.
All right.
Appreciate you very much.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right,
See you
guys.
guys.
See you guys soon. See you. All right, guys, you heard it, Mr. Zeekman, the one and only. He came here. He doesn't do this often. Came to my seat. He talked everything from his life all the way to what he's planning to do in 10 years. So you learn a little bit about him. So hey, let's help him a lot to those three channels he have. Let's give him our support like you always done about myself and him. And he does some great videos. Trust me. I mean, his shorts, his travels, and his channel are great. And I can't say that much because I mean it's there. I mean you can see him. All his food. We go to New York and Mexico and Puerto Rico. All those traveling. You enjoy it, guys. So I want to say thank you to Bell. Thank you for coming, Luke. Thank you, Long Wolf. I appreciate you. She Adventure. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you for being there. Robert N. Thank you very much. Hopefully I see you down here sometime. Ida, Jacob, thank you. Scotty B, thank you for everything. Thank you for helping me and putting Zeke Man on here. The chat. Long Wolf, you see She Adventures, Scotty B Show. Just what's it? Wakapes, thank you for coming. We got Peanut's Habit. I appreciate you, Peanut Habit, for coming here. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for showing up. Lynn, thank you. DD Jump, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming. Brett, we lost, but hey, what we can do, we hopefully we can get up next week and win again. So, Silos, thank you very much for coming. We have to talk later on, Silos. Uh, let me see what's up there. Oh, Connor McLean, thank you, Connor. I appreciate for you coming. Charles the filmer, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Gooey Grandma was there, right? Thank you. Everybody, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And watching my premiere. More videos to come. I got a lot of videos to edit and post. So we got a lot of stuff on my travel that when my family went to this island that Zeekman went to. So that video is coming hopefully next week. We have a video that I had to edit from yesterday. Yeah, that's a good one too. So we have a couple videos, couple more unboxing. Yes, I know, couple unboxing. I keep winning. If I win, I show it. You guys remember, I don't open it until I do a video. So we open it together. So thank you very much. Waka Pass, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, and if you see, my collection is getting bigger back there. So hopefully it gets bigger and bigger. Angels, nursery and other things. Hey, Marty was there too. Thank you, Marty. Well, guys, almost 11:30, so I'm gonna heads out, and hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna do another premiere on Tuesday. So we're gonna take Monday a little bit off to do a lot of stuff, and yeah, got to watch a bunch of clothes. I'm heading Sunday to Kansas, so racing next Sunday. Well, this week I'm in here in for bike week, so I'm gonna say a video for bike week. So stay tuned, Julie. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Long Wolf. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you much. Thank you for liking the show. Every Sunday we have a brand new person, so brand new friend, brother, everything. We're gonna have a brand new person here every single Sunday at 10 o'clock. Even though if I have race, I'm coming strictly from the race and coming and interview a person. So hey, it could be one of you guys. Hey, so I'm gonna message you one of you guys. Hey, well, this Sunday, yes, you can. Let's talk about about your channel and your life and everything. If you want to, of course, it's no pressure. You better have to. Just kidding. Lady Marty, thank you for coming. So guys, Hong Kong Explorer, thank you. I appreciate you too for showing up. I know you guys are busy. Uh, so all right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you much. We almost to 4,000. Remember, 5,000 giving a big prize. So let's keep it up and sharing liking my videos. This is gonna be a now a thing now every Sunday at 10 o'clock. We're gonna have a brand new person, and we're gonna talk and see what's going on with their life and their channel. All right, guys. Thank you very much for everything. I appreciate you guys for all your help. And let's end up with my motto. I always say, oh, by the way, shirts is coming soon. I ordered one for me, so see how he likes it. If you like it, maybe a couple weeks, I'm gonna post it down. If you want to order a shirt, it's gonna be nice. I don't want you to see it first, and then and then order and some hats too. So it's coming up soon, a couple more weeks. All right, guys. And like I always say, my motto: you only have one life. Enjoy to the max, and always remember that. Believe in yourself. All right, guys. See you soon. I appreciate you all for all your support. See you guys soon.